I'm just walking out of immigration here in Kathmandu, Nepal. It was fairly painless. I did have to get a visa on arrival. It's $31 for the visa on arrival. They did try to get me to pay cash, and I said I don't have any. They said, well, you need cash. I said I don't have any. So then I was able to pay with my card, mysteriously. But it was very quick. The wait time was about 1 minute. After total was about 10 minutes from applying for the visa on arrival, going to pay for it, and going through customs. I just exchanged some money here. So I did $100, and that was equal to 13,000. I'm trying to figure out a taxi service. I didn't realize Uber wasn't going to work here. I didn't plan that much. But I think it's Pathio or Taximandu and a few other ones, a few other apps that I'll download while I'm here. So I'm outside of the airport. They was going to charge me $1,000, and he's like, you could just walk too. It's only a 5-minute walk. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And it seems pretty safe. It looks pretty busy. This is where they told me to go. Oh, pardon my French. It looks a little sketchy. Like, what? I guess I'm gonna cross the street. Where do I cross the street? Oh, how about at the crosswalk? That would be a great idea. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. The crosswalk is right there. I didn't mean to, but maybe I scared myself. This one guy from a different hotel asked me where I was going, and I told him. He was like, oh, I'll walk you. And that hotel looked very reputable, so I let him walk me. While he was walking me, I was like, thank you for walking me, because it was super sketch. And this hotel is very sketch. I will not stay here another night. Like, I'll probably leave as early as possible tomorrow. And anyway, it was $19. So, you know, if it's sketch, you get what you pay for. This is not the Four Seasons, but I can show you around. At least it has a balcony. Oh, that's just me. One more thing, when I was walking over here, the guy that was walking me, he says, do you have your location on? And I was like, that could be really good or really bad. And I told him, I said, yeah, I have my location on, because I do. And he was like, are you staying alone? And I was like, no, I'm having friends are coming tomorrow here to this hotel, which they're not. But I told him that. But he was not sketchy. He was really nice. But I'm excited to leave.
यो नेपाली नम्बर छ Where do you live?
What is the name?
Bagmati River.
Turning left at Beach R7
The tourist police were kind enough to show me to my hotel. This was like maybe about $40 a night, I want to say. They upgraded me to the balcony suite for free. First of all, I don't know if I mentioned, but the cab driver told me that I didn't have to pay him. I don't know why. So I got a free cab ride over here, and then I got upgraded to the suite. So I'm really happy. Yes, and they gave me water. Oh my goodness. This hotel is so much better than the one. Oh my gosh, do I have a balcony? Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Apparently I don't know how to open doors. We have such a beautiful view. This is so relaxing. While I'm waiting for my food, I can tell you a little bit about what the people are like. So far, super friendly, and as a solo female traveler, I would suggest to not wear tight clothes. I'm just wearing what I usually wear, like this. And there's just so much to do here. Like if you really want to come here and fill up months, I'm sure that you could. I have a project I'm working on, and it's gonna be great. Hopefully I'll get enough. Ooh, there are a lot of mosquitoes here right now. Excellent news. I found a tour guide and he took me to a bunch of cool places. This is him.
So this is like a viewpoint of the square. So if the weather was clear, straight ahead we can see a mountain called Langtang Mountain, which is the closest mountain from Kathmandu Valley.
Okay.
If we just calculate the aerial distance, it's only 28 kilometers. But if when people do trek, it takes about 1 week minimum.
Oh,
Because towards the northeast they have a flight access, and also towards the west we have flight access. But towards this side only by road, so it takes a long time to get there. Okay? So before I start, I would like to say two things. The first thing is that when I explain you, if you don't understand, you can ask me as many times as you want to make sure that you learn something.
okay.
And the second thing is very important for you and for me as well. If there is something that I don't know, I have to say I'm sorry. I don't want to give you false information just to do. Fair enough?
Yeah.
The second son of Shiva with elephant head. He's a god of wisdom and a god of success. And second statue, you'll find the statue of Narsingha. He's a third reincarnation of Vishnu with lion head and human body. And last one is called Hanuman. He's a king of monkey and god of power. So from the three different gods, they named after first king. His name was Siddhi Narsingh Malla. He was our first king from Patan. And see the other two statues, they're not covered with cloth. But the statue of Hanuman, the last statue, he's covered with cloth with orange color. And the reason is that he's the only bachelor god in Hinduism, like unmarried god. Like other god and gods, they have a partner, but he's the unmarried god. And the reason he's covered with cloth, as per local legend, it is believed to say that if unmarried woman touches him without cloth, then women get pregnant. So that's why he's always covered with cloth. That's a local legend.
Okay.
And Narsingha, the third reincarnation of Vishnu. Come closer. See here, so he's a third reincarnation of Vishnu, and the reason Vishnu has to reincarnate into half human and half animal, see the demon that is killing on his lap, that is a demon actually, okay? So the demon, actually he wanted to take a revenge with Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu killed his brother. So he wanted to be more powerful than the god, more powerful than the god. So he meditated for a long time, and he wished with the god saying that he wanted to be immortal. But God told him that nobody can be immortal, but you can wish anything as you want. So to become more powerful than the god, he wished like this way, saying that nobody can kill him in full human form or full animal form. That was the first wish. And the second wish was that this demon cannot be killed while he's in the land or in the sky. That was the second wish. And the third wish was that he cannot be killed inside the house or outside the house. That was the third wish, okay? And the last wish was that nobody can kill him with any weapon. So the demon felt that he's like immortal. Because before that, there was no other god or goddesses with half human and half animal. That is the reason he wished like this, that way, like nobody can kill him in full human form or full animal form, okay? So like he felt like he's like immortal. The second wish, he cannot be killed while he's in the land or in the sky. So he killed him on his lap. It wasn't touching in the land or it wasn't in the sky. And the third wish, he cannot be killed inside the house or outside the house, so he killed him in the doorway. Not inside, not outside. And he cannot be killed with any weapon, so he's half lion, so his nail was very long, so he just ripped him off with a bare hand. So that is the reason Vishnu has to reincarnate into half human and half animal.
Okay.
That's as per Hinduism. A very popular god in Hinduism called Ganesha. He's the second son of Shiva with elephant head. And he's god of wisdom, god of good luck, and god of success. So in Hinduism, we have a tradition whenever we start something new, or even if we go to praying temples, before praying other god and goddesses, first we have to start with him. Only then it will succeed, otherwise it won't succeed. So he's known as a god of starting as well.
Okay.
So if there's anything that people, like Hindu people need to start, first they have to pray for him. Only then they can pray for other gods and goddesses.
And so how many sons did Shiva have?
He had two sons. First son is called Kumar, which is known as God, Lord of War, and the second son. So the first, and there's like a mythology behind it, how he became the first god to be prayed as well. Because as per Hindu mythology, it says that one day between two brothers, the first son Kumar and Ganesh, they had a discussion who is the wisest one. Okay, So that time, Shiva told them, their parents, Shiva told them, go and make a 3 circle of the universe. Whoever come in the first position, for that one I will consider as the wisest one. So in Hinduism, all the god and goddesses, they get different transportation, especially the animal, okay? So his brother Kumar has got peacock as a transportation, peacock, okay? And Ganesh, he got a rat as a transportation. Come and see, come closer.
Oh, okay.
So this is the transportation of Ganesh, okay, rat. And his brother had a peacock, I'll show you the statue inside. So Shiva told them, go and make a 3 circle of the universe. So his brother got peacock as a transportation, so his brother can travel faster than him. So his brother, Kumar, went to do the 3 circle of the universe, but he didn't circle the universe. What he did is he circled his parents 7 times. While he was circling his parents, Shiva asked him, why you didn't compete with your brother? Don't you want to be called as the wisest one? So that time he replied like this way, for me, my parents are the greater than the universe. Because of you two, I'm able to see this world. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see this world. So for me, you are the greater than the universe. So Shiva was so pleased with the answer because he gave the wise answer rather than using his power or force to the 3 circle of the universe. So he was considered as the wisest one, and at the same time he was awarded with another blessing saying that there are many god and goddesses in Hinduism, so you'll be the first one to be prayed. So that's how he became the first god to be prayed in Hinduism.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So this is the second section of the palace. So as I told you, our palaces has divided into 3 sections. So right now we are in the second section of the palace called Mool Chowk. So Mool means main and Chowk means courtyard. So this is the main courtyard and the central courtyard of the city. At the same time, this is a ritual hub as well. So every year during the festival time, we sacrifice here 108 animals. So 108 is an auspicious number even for Hindu people or even for Buddhist people. So when they sacrifice animal, the head and the blood of the animal, they offer inside this temple. So this is a family goddess of Malla king called Taleju Bhavani, which is another form of goddess Kali. So that's the Kali is aggressive form of Parvati, the wife of Shiva. Okay. So in Hinduism, we have tradition to make happy for Kali, we have to offer blood, so we do every year. And also, when you hear about Hinduism, you may think like there are like only one type of Hinduism, but actually there are 3 types of Hinduism. One is called Shaktism, so this is where they practice sacrificing animals. So this one is Shaktism Hinduism, where they practice sacrificing animal, okay? And the second one is called Shivaism. Those people, they don't sacrifice animal, but they eat meat. And the last one is called Vishnuism or Vaishnav, they are pure vegetarian. So there are 3 types of Hinduism as well.
Okay, so,
Okay, so when
Kali is the one that
Shaktism, the first type of Hinduism, you can say that.
Okay.
And when they sacrifice animal, we sacrifice 5 different kind of animal: water buffalo, goat, sheep, chicken, and duck. Okay, and it has to be clean cut, like one shot kill.
Okay.
The reason is that it's otherwise it will be like suffering for the animal. So like a clean cut means like painless kill for the animal, no suffering.
Does it have to be a sword?
A sword or knife like that,
Okay.
But it has to be one clean cut, one cut.
Okay.
And also those animals which will be chosen to be sacrificed, it is considered as the luckiest animal as well. Because in Hinduism or Buddhism, we believe that in animal kingdom, there are lots of different stages of animal kingdom. So those animals which will be chosen to be sacrificed and offered to the god and goddesses, they can jump into human in next life. They don't have to suffer being animal life anymore. That's what they believe.
Okay.
And always, before sacrificing any animal, they always take a permission from the animal. But you may wonder how, because animal cannot talk or speak, right? Mm-hmm. So what they do is that before sacrificing animal, they offer with a flower, some color like that, and at the end, they sprinkle the water on the body of the animal. If the animal shake their body, it means that they are accepted. If they don't shake their body, that means they are not accepted.
Okay.
So that animal wouldn't be chose again to be sacrificed, or it will die naturally.
Okay, so you would try again with another animal.
Yeah, that's right. And over here we have 2 statues. These are the twin sisters, and they are the holy river from India, called Ganga and Yamuna. They are the holy river from India, and the reason we have those 2 statues in front of the family temple of Malla king, because those are the holy river, and as per Hinduism, it is believed to say that if they have done any kind of sin in their life, if they take a bath in those 2 rivers, then they'll purify themselves. But unfortunately, we didn't have those 2 rivers in Nepal. So the king, he put those 2 statues here. Before entering the temple, he always touches those 2 goddesses like to purify himself, and then he used to pray inside the temple for the purification. And you can see here there are different god and goddesses from Hinduism. So inside and outside altogether there are 108 different god and goddesses from Hinduism. So when they sacrifice animal, each animal goes for one god and goddesses. And you can see like there are many statues with the multiple arms or multiple head. The hand posture are called mudras, which they use for meditation, for healing, like that. And some you may find with many head, multiple head. It means that more arms means more power, more head means more wisdom.
And what is the name of this temple?
Now this is the part of the palace called Mul Chok.
Okay.
Mul Chok. Mul means main and Chok means courtyard. So this is the main courtyard of the city. Here it is.
Oh wow, this is beautiful.
I said it's beautiful. Actually, it is called Beautiful Courtyard.
Is it?
Yeah. So the name of this courtyard is called Sundari Chok. So Sundari means beautiful in Nepali word, and Chok means courtyard. So this is known as a beautiful courtyard. So here you can find a fine example of Newari craftsmanship. Please come this way. So the first craftsmanship that you can see around here is the metal craftsmanship, where you'll find the statue of Lord Vishnu, which is got a preserver, and the wife of Vishnu called Lakshmi. She's goddess of wealth and prosperity. And there are Garuda, which is transportation of Vishnu, half man, half bird. And the second craftsmanship that you'll find the stone craftsmanship, which are all masterpiece. And the third, the wood carving around the palace. Also, it is considered as a royal bath as well. But normally, king used to have a bath behind here. Then he used to come here to cleanse himself. After cleansing, he used to meditate on this stone slab over here. So when he used to meditate, he always wanted to challenge the nature. So in summer, he used to fire under the bed, and in winter, without wearing clothes, he used to meditate. So it was his own technique of doing meditation.
Oh.
And in the Newari name for this water fountain is called Tusahiti. It means step well, and it is protected by a serpent god called Naga, which is a symbol of peace and protection in Hinduism. And also it represents the water god as well. So here is that. So in Hindu mythology, it says that the first son Kumar was from the both side, from Shiva and Parvati, but the Ganesh was from Parvati's side only. So most of the time, Kumar and Shiva, they used to go for hunting, or they used to travel a lot, and the Parvati, the wife of Shiva, she used to feel very lonely. Mm-hmm. And one day she was going to have a bath inside the royal palace. So that time she was just thinking something, and she was playing with the mud, and that time she felt like she was just playing with the mud, and she made a beautiful statue out of it. And she felt so beautiful that she felt to give a life to the statue. And that time she blessed and gave life to the statue, and the first word from the statue was mother, and she was so touched with the word saying mother. So Parvati, she started to call him son Ganesh. Okay, so at the beginning he was just like in human form like that. Mm-hmm. So after creating Ganesh, Parvati told Ganesh saying that, okay, I'm going to have a bath, so you just go outside the palace and guard the palace, and do not let anyone to enter while I'm having a bath. So while he was guarding a palace, same time Shiva returned from the hunting, and Shiva tried to enter to his own palace. That time Ganesh didn't let him to enter to his palace, because they were unaware they were father and son at the first stage. And the second thing was that he was following his mother's order, because his mother told him that do not let anyone to enter. So when he didn't let Shiva to enter to the palace, so that time they had a fight, and that time Shiva got very angry and chopped his head, and head went inside the fire pit, so that they can recover the head. So after the incident, Parvati came out and told Shiva, saying that it was her son, she created it, so somehow you have to give life back. So but the head is already gone because it was in fire pit, so they cannot put the head back again. So what Shiva did is that he called different god and goddesses, saying that go and find any animal, the first animal that you find, chop the head and bring it back. And then when they went to different places, Lord Vishnu, he found baby elephant for the first time. When he saw the baby elephant, so they chopped the head of the baby elephant and put it back into the Ganesh's body. So that's how he has elephant head.
Okay.
That's as per Hindu mythology. Okay. So here we have reserve tank, which is called Vandarpal tank. It means reserve tank. So at that time, in case of an emergency, they can use the water for fire or like that. But now it's become like a living museum. They don't use it anymore. So there's the water fountain. So that's the place where king used to have a bath first, and then he used to go inside there to cleanse himself. And from here, they used to get water supply for the palaces at that time. And this kind of water fountain you can find in many places around Kathmandu Valley, because before there was no water pipe system at the houses, so people have to rely on this kind of water fountain. So this is actually technology of Kathmandu Valley only. So this kind of water fountain, they started to make this kind of water fountain around 6th century.
Oh, working.
So these are not working, so there's one down there which is still functioning, that you can see how it works. Following the Rahimahallah. He's the last king from Patan. And as per legend, this king is still alive because nobody have found the dead body of king. So there's a legend saying that you can see the backside of king, you get one cobra, and after the cobra you get a small bird. So as per legend, it says that when the bird flies and goes to window over here, then king will die. And that time down there we have two stone elephant. Those two stone elephant will walk down there to drink water in public bath.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Okay. So those two elephants will walk down there to drink water in public bath. So if the bird never flies, then king will never die. And also in Israel, they have a song for that bird saying that if the bird flies, there will be peace in the world, no fighting, no war. And also, and the window here, it will be open for 24 hours. They never close it because still people believe that one day king will be back again.
Oh, so he can go into there?
The bird can go in there. And even this two-story temple over here was totally destroyed by the earthquake. These two temples was totally destroyed by the earthquake. So it took 4 years to rebuild. So it was the oldest temple of the square. It was built in the same time of the palace in 16th century. And this is also the replica of one of the oldest temples called Sangunarayan. So this is the replica of Sangunarayan as well. So this is the carving of giving different kind of punishment. So here you'll find the erotic carving around the temple. And the reason making this kind of carving around the temple, there are two reasons. One reason is that like long time ago, people used to get married in very young age, and also there was less population. To grow the population and to give sex education also, they used to make this kind of carving around the temple. And also, like as per religious belief, it is believed to say that if they have this kind of erotic carving around the temple, then it is a lightning protected temple. So lightning won't strike in this temple. That's what the religious belief is. And actually the Kama Sutra, it is very popular in India. It is copied from India, and there are 84 positions in Nepal in the Kama Sutra.
I was just told that when you walk around a temple, you do have to walk around clockwise, which is what I'm doing right now, because it brings good luck. This is really beautiful. It seems like it's very popular temple. I'm gonna go into that one next.
So this is the main attraction of the square called Krishna Mandir. So it is copied, this is the original one, and the first which we've seen is copied from this one. So this is a masterpiece, and it is believed to say that this temple was built by one big single rock. They cut and they make this temple. There is no mixed any wood except some iron. Even the gate of this temple is made of stone. And this temple is famous for two things. The first thing is that this is the only temple in Nepal which has got 21 golden pinnacles. And the second thing, here you'll find the carving of Hindu epics called Ramayana and Mahabharata, all carved on the temple. In first floor, you get history of Ramayana. In second floor, you get history of Mahabharata, all carved on the temple. The Pashupatinath that I mentioned you, that is the main Shiva temple of Nepal. Likewise, this is the main Krishna temple of Nepal. So in August, every August we have Krishna's birthday, so there will be big celebration here to celebrate the Krishna's birthday. So as I told you, Krishna is known as God of love as well. So as per Hinduism, it is believed to say that if they are not able to find their true love, if they pray in this temple, then they'll be able to have a true love. They'll be able to find their true love. Okay? At the same time, for the Krishna, we call play god as well, like a playboy. So like a playboy, we call him play god as well, because he's the only god in Hinduism who has got 1,600 girlfriends.
Oh wow.
Very busy god.
Yeah.
And in front of the temple, you'll find the statue of Garuda. That is the vehicle of Shiva. The vehicle of Vishnu. So whenever you see this kind of idol in front of the temple, then you can, it always belongs to Vishnu. It's called Garuda. So in 1934 there was big earthquake in Nepal. Before 2015 there was big earthquake in 1934, which is still we call mother of earthquakes. So after the Second World War, this museum, it was held by the Austrian government to repair.
And what year was that?
In 1934.
Okay.
So that is Temple of Vishnu again. So in the square complex, mostly temples you'll find Temple of Vishnu are related with Lord Vishnu, because the first king from Patan, he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu. So that's why there are lots of Vishnu's temple around the square.
So does each person typically choose
Which god?
which of the three?
It is like this. All the Nepalese family, especially all the Hindus family, they have their own family god and goddesses. So they, according to which kind of Hinduism they are following, so that they can choose the god. Like, but it has been passing from generation to generation. Like the ancestor which they have chosen, the ancestor which god they have chosen, the same god or goddesses the other people will follow. You know? So even like, for example, the temple that which I showed you before, that's a family temple of Malda King. Even for like, I came from Hindu family, so I have a family, my own family god. You know? Like that. So all the Nepalese all the Hindu family, they have their own family god and goddesses.
So I noticed there are a lot of pigeons, and I saw people feeding the pigeons.
Yeah, it is like this is like symbol of peace, you know. Symbol of peace. Dog and pigeons they consider as symbol of peace, and they feed them. It's like for the good karma, you know. This is a public fountain here. It's called Mangal Hiti. So Mangal is the local place name, and Newari name for Hiti means Newari name. It means the water fountain or water spout. And this water came from underground, and it is okay to drink for us, but not for tourists. If you drink this water, you'll have good souvenir that you don't want.
Okay.
And the interesting thing about this kind of water becomes 6 months warm and 6 months cold. In summer, this water becomes cooler. In winter, this water becomes warmer. That's the opposite. Okay. And as I told you, this is the technology of the Kathmandu Valley, which started around 6th century. And this is public bath, but people are not allowed to have a bath or to wash any clothes here because this part of it is protected by the UNESCO now.
Okay.
So they can come and get you can get the water to drink only.
Do a lot of people do that?
Yes. And this big stone pot is here for those two elephants to drink water when the bird flies, which is connected with the legend of the king. So if you feel the water, you may find it's cooler now.
So this temple behind me is the only temple that it's the only Hindu temple that people are allowed to go in because it was built half by Buddhists. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
So we have the traditional art called Tanka, which is traditional and philosophical painting, which is painted on cotton. So now we're going inside this temple. So the temple here, this is not part of the square. So to enter here, we have to pay extra 100 rupees. So this is one of the oldest and important Buddhist temples in Patan, the Golden Temple. Okay? So as I said, the right hand side will be always male and the left hand side will be female. And mind your head, please. Let's go this way. Chanting mantra, which is mantra for meditation, compassion, wisdom.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Prayer. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So now we're outside of the square. The temple here, or the place here is called Kwa Bahal, and the temple here is called Hiranya Burna Mahavir. So that is a difficult name for tourists. So they put new name is Golden Temple. So this 3-story temple was built in 12th century by Newari king. His name was Vaskar de Burma. He was a Newari king. So this temple is about 900 to 1000 years old. So except this temple in the center, other things was built in 12th century. The temple in the center, it was built in 17th century. So inside here we have one stupa, which is copied from Monkey Temple. And the reason they copied here, because at that time there was no transportation to travel. So those people who are unable to go to Monkey Temple, they can come here and pray as a Monkey Temple. Like especially the old people or ill people, they cannot travel, so they can come here and pray in this temple as a Monkey Temple. And whenever you go some temple, if you see the long bell like this one, so these are we call Stairway to Heaven.
Okay.
But not the song from Led Zeppelin. So what local people believe is that when they come with the offerings, if the offering is accepted by God, after their death they go step by step to heaven. And over here inside here we have a beautiful statue of Sakyamuni Buddha, the meditation Buddha. That's the statue of Sakyamuni Buddha, the meditation Buddha. And in Newari tradition, in Newari family, Newari people, there are two families called Sakas and Bajracharya, and we believe that they are from the Buddhist family. So only those two families are the pure Buddhist Newari people, and others are mixed with Hinduism and Buddhism.
Temple of Love.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm glad that you have learned something. You remember. Or the temple of Shiva, then you can find out the direction. So Bul will be always facing towards the east.
Oh.
Okay, always. And that one is Garuda, Veklapish.
Oh my gosh. I 100% wasn't filming. I thought I was filming this whole time and I wasn't. I was just filming an outro about how I had a